Before we start exploring Tailwind CSS framework, first let's try to install a couple of plugins inside Visual Studio Code. These plugins are going to make our life easy while we are styling our HTML elements and React components with the help of Tailwind provided utility classes. Inside my Visual Studio Code, I'm going to click on these extensions and search for Tailwind. The very first plugin that you need to install is Tailwind CSS IntelliSense. This plugin is going to show you the list of available utility classes from the Tailwind CSS framework as you type inside your code. As I said before, Tailwind CSS framework has thousands of utility classes. It will be impossible to remember all those utility classes by name. That's why this plugin, what it is going to do is, when a developer starts typing a utility class name, it is going to give some recommendations. Based upon the recommendations, the developer can select and proceed with the stylings. Apart from showing the recommendations, this plugin is also going to show you what is a behind the scene plain CSS styling that a particular utility class is going to apply on a HTML element. I'll show you the demo of this plugin in a few seconds. But before that, let's try to install the other extension as well. The other extension is Tailwind Fold. Both these extensions I already installed inside my Visual Studio Code. I strongly recommend you also installing them because without these extensions, it is going to be super hard to work on the Tailwind CSS framework. Once the extensions are installed, let me show you the demo of these extensions. Inside the app.jsx, as of now, we are using few Tailwind provided utility classes. For example, here I'm trying to use text-3xl. If I hover on this class, the Tailwind CSS IntelliSense extension, it is showing me what will be the actual plain CSS that is going to be applied on my H1 element. So the font size, it is going to have around 30px and line height also I'm going to get around 1.2. Similarly, if I hover on the underline, this is the actual CSS that is going to be applied on my element, text-decoration-line with underline styling. Let's hover on to the font-bold. This will be the actual CSS that is going to be applied behind the scenes. Let's imagine I don't remember any of the font related utility classes provided by the Tailwind CSS. As a developer, what I can do, I can simply start typing font, and with that, my extension, it is going to show me all the available utility classes that are starting with the font. For example, if I select a font-black, this is the actual CSS that is going to be applied behind the scenes. I hope you are seeing the power of this extension. Now moving on to the next extension, which is Tailwind Fold. As we start building production applications or real applications inside the projects, many times you will end up using a lot of utility classes provided by the Tailwind. For example, here I'm trying to use 3 different utility classes. But there will be a scenario where a developer might end up using 15, 20, 30 different utility classes to style the HTML element. Under such scenarios, obviously it will be annoying to see such a lengthy styling code inside our files. Developers, they usually style the elements or the components, followed by they are going to perform testing. Once they feel everything looks good, then they're never going to come back to that element to make any CSS styling changes. But it will be very annoying to see all these lengthy class names inside our source code. That's why with the help of these Tailwind Fold extension or Tailwind Fold plugin, we should be able to fold these entire CSS related code. For example, as of now, my cursor is present inside this styling code. If I try to click on some other place, maybe if I click on this app, you'll be able to see that entire H1 class name related code is folded by the extension. In case if you want to look at the CSS styling, you just have to click on this icon, and with that, you're going to see all the utility classes that you have used. If I click on some other place, the styling is going to be folded. I hope you're happy with these 2 plugins. Please make sure you have installed these plugins.